Yo, you ain't gonna believe today's show. So we're gonna get right into it. Make sure you can hear me. Tap ones, like the live, share the live, and tap the put a one in the chat if you can hear me. One in the chat if you can hear me. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Ah, happy, happy, happy Friday. Sheesh, we made it to another one, y'all. All my hard working people out there listening to me, watching me, listening on Apple and Spotify and all the other apps, watching me here on YouTube Live, where we get together every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. It's the Breakfast Crew. Kobe One Kenobi, Amy. We got Apaga. I can't say your name, but I see we got a new person in the chat. Say hello to everybody. Everybody get acquainted. Got a great show for you today. Feeling good. Looking forward to the weekend. I was a little late today. Sometimes you get in that shower and you didn't realize you were gonna be in there that long. You just start feeling so comfortable. I didn't want to get out. Y'all know how those good showers that be feeling so good, you don't want to get out. So I had me like 1 minute behind. Y'all know how I am on my time, and so I had to hurry up and get here. True. Everybody say what's up to True. True will always be a special follower, supporter of everything that I've done. She been there from the beginning, y'all. Say good morning, True. She was my very first supporter when I didn't even know I would ever have a following. I started off trying to make a faceless account. I didn't even want my face on it. And then next thing I know, 2 years later, I'm a whole podcaster, YouTuber with hundreds of thousands of followers. I never would have thought it, but True saw it first. True was supporting me when I didn't even know I was worth supporting. So everybody definitely give True a special shout out. And I'm not exaggerating one bit. True is the very first Flow supporter when I didn't have no supporters. So very special, and it just tells you, like I told you, my journey is real. My followers, my supporters, they don't support me because of one take, because what I say about this or say about that. They support me because we have genuine love for each other. I've always held down my supporters. Like I always told you, when I had only 1 or 2 supporters, now I got 100,000, but I've always treated them the same with appreciation and all of that. So like our journey is different. So when I see a person who gets upset about some take I had that they disagree with, or I had to talk about somebody that they like and they get upset and threaten to not support and all that, I just know they knew and they don't get what this journey is about. It's deeper than that. This is real love on this journey. My people have held me down all the time, and I've always held them down. So it's just a special situation. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have all y'all. I love all my Apple and Spotify listeners, my YouTube. Y'all support me so much. It's the reason why I'm able to get out of the bed and come here and talk about Diddy and rant and just whatever I have to say. So appreciate to everybody. Now, and I ain't gonna never stop telling y'all how much I appreciate y'all. So if you get on y'all nerves, y'all just got to deal with it, because y'all know I'm no filter, and no filter go both ways. No filter don't mean you just talk crap about everybody. No filter mean I'm gonna tell you good things, how I feel all the time. I don't care. I'm just like that. What if it's in my head and I want to say it, I'm gonna say it. But Justin Bieber, y'all, we got some daily Diddy, and stuff is starting to heat up because we do have a trial coming up, and like we know, closer to trial, the crazier things get. And a few things going on. First of all, Justin Bieber is reportedly visibly getting upset every time Diddy is mentioned. It was a long time of all this going on that he was still following Diddy. Allegedly, he has unfollowed Diddy and unfollowed a host of other media people. It's a lot going on. So it's been a lot with Justin Bieber lately, and I haven't covered him in detail in a while with the new development. So we're going to get into that today. One of my listeners, Michelle, brought up a article that talked about how Justin Bieber was gifted, and I quote, gifted to L.A. Reid. And L.A. Reid basically gifted him to Diddy. One second, y'all. And he gifted him to Diddy, so it kind of spells out the whole situation with how this all went down, and maybe it was like they almost was like grooming. They like had a grooming facility or something, like a grooming barn or whatever. Like my boy Greg said on the lunchtime show yesterday, he said Diddy was an expert groomer. So we're gonna talk about that. I have a crazy situation that happened back in my hometown, Cleveland, Ohio, a suburb a little bit out of Cleveland. I want to tell you about that. It's just a situation that's gonna let you say, don't never take nobody for granted who are around you. You never know what they're going through. And this story that happened in my hometown is gonna break your heart, but I need to bring awareness to it. So I got that, and I'm gonna shout out some subscribers. Oh, shout out to the subscribers. Yesterday, I told you for the first day we didn't have any subscribers. I think it was 2 days in a row. And I told you the importance of the subscribers. If you want to protect truth, if you understand this movement, subscribing is not just about the money. It's about preserving the truth. It's only $3, and it allows people like me and other podcasters you may like. It gives them the power to continue to tell y'all the truth because if you notice, there's a war on media and they are trying to control the narrative. And so they're trying to control it with their money. And YouTubers and podcasters like me, if you're smart, build up your support and understand, let your community understand how important it is to subscribe so that I can get on here and tell us and talk about what we want to talk about, not what they want us to talk about. And so that's what the subscriber whole situation is about. You'll get exclusive content, but I just wanted to thank you because the minute I put that out there, I got some more subscribers yesterday, and I'm going to shout them out today and tell you who the subscriber of the day is. So I really appreciate you. One thing about y'all, y'all listen and y'all understand when I tell y'all something, I'm not feeding you no crap. I'm the type to tell you exactly why, what, when, where, and why. A lot of people tell you I want subscribers. I'm telling you exactly why I want subscribers. I want a subscriber because I want to continue to come on here and talk about what we want to talk about and be our voice. I don't want to have to take money from Walmart because guess what? Walmart, I got hundreds of thousands of followers. Walmart will support my podcast tomorrow and give me good money. But guess what? Then I can't be on here talking about we need to boycott Walmart because of DEI. So that's just a small example of the power of a $3 donation, or if you could give more, that is the power. Because the minute that I can't survive off of my podcast and I have to take money from McDonald's or I have to take money from Target because I have the numbers, I got almost 100,000 downloads, 500,000 followers. They'll sponsor me tomorrow. I'll have Greg send them an email and they'll sponsor me. But then I can't come on here talking about let's boycott Target. And so if my platform turned into that, I don't want to do it. So thank y'all. I know a little long-winded on that, but I'm the type I like to explain to y'all. If I'm asking for y'all money, I'm telling y'all exactly why and what the benefit is and what. I'm not just going to ask. So let's get into this, y'all. I appreciate everybody on this movement with me. This has been a hell of a ride. So first, before I get into Justin Bieber being upset, every time Diddy's name being brought up, this is a brand new article. Before I get into that, I want to start with how it all became. And thanks to Michelle for sending me this article. Also, Tiffany Lauren co-signed and also sent me the article and said, this is the article Michelle was trying to send you. So when all my listeners are working that hard on the article, it lets me know, let's talk about it. So before we get into what's going on with Justin Bieber now, let's get into what was going on with Justin Bieber back then. Now, this article comes out of the Daily Mail. And the title of the article is How Usher Brought Beautiful, and they say beautiful in quotes, 14-year-old boy Justin Bieber to the music mogul L.A. Reid as a quote-unquote gift, and how it paved the way for the singer's friendship with Diddy. So let's check it out. Article starts off, the pop star who was 15 when he gained worldwide fame with his debut single, One Time in 2009, was originally discovered at 12 by industry entrepreneur Scooter Braun. And at that time, he was covering pop songs for Usher and Chris Brown and artists like that. And it was on YouTube. But it goes on to say his big break came when Usher brought Bieber to the music mogul L.A. Reid as a gift. And at this time, he was 14 years old. Now, 1 year on from being signed to the Island Records by Reid, a then 15-year-old Bieber spent a now infamous 48-hour period with Diddy, seemingly unsupervised at the rapper's home, where they went, and I quote, full buck crazy. Now, you know about this, that 48-hour meeting. Y'all have seen the footage where Justin Bieber seemed a little awkward. He's with Diddy, and Diddy's talking to him, and he's telling Diddy, saying he can't tell what Big Brother Puff does with him. And it just seemed very, very, very creepy. We all know about that footage. Well, that's what they're talking about here. Now, L.A. Reid first met Puff Daddy, who is known as Diddy now, while looking for a new A&R. He was so impressed by him. And you know, Clive Davis also was co-signing Diddy at the time. Now, when Reid, who himself is also being sued right now for SA himself, somebody got some suits against Reid. He signed Usher, L.A. Reid signed Usher as a teenager, and then sent him off to be mentored by Diddy for a year when he was 14. So you start looking at it, and it's almost like, okay, Usher gets sent to Diddy unsupervised. And it's weird. And we hear about them wrestling for Frosted Flakes and all type of crazy stuff. And at the time, Usher was 14 years old. Now, Reid wrote a memoir that pieces together how Diddy, Usher, and Bieber all became interlinked and how he was the common denominator. Now, this is L.A. Reid himself saying he is the common denominator between that trio. Reid wrote in his tell-all memoir about his first interaction with Justin, who, according to Reid, had a beautiful face, trendy hair, and natural charisma. Now, Reid also discovered Usher, and the pair remained close friends even after Usher signed with another label. So all these guys, all of these people are connected. L.A. Reid, Diddy, and all of that, according to this article and according to L.A. Reid's own book. He recalled how Usher phoned him in October 28 to ask if he'd be in the office all afternoon because he had something he wanted to bring him. At 4 p.m., Usher arrived with an adorable 14-year-old boy. Reed says this kid was beautiful. Like a woman can be beautiful and men rarely are. And he turned it on as soon as he stepped into the room, Reed recalled. Now, I don't even, maybe it's me, but I don't even like the way Reed is. These are his quotes too. The kid was beautiful like a woman. Like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are. And he turned it on as soon as he stepped in the room. Now, mind you, this is a kid that he's talking about. Bieber immediately sat down at the piano and started singing. Then he played the guitar. They say it was kind of like a nightclub act. And then Usher said to L.A. Reid, "This is Justin Bieber." L.A. Reid, and I quote, "Usher didn't just bring me a kid with an amazing voice. He brought me a born entertainer, someone who would become the biggest of them all." When Usher said he had a gift, he wasn't kidding. Quoted by L.A. Reid. Reid then decided to sign Justin straight away and claimed that his hair was every bit as important as the song and his voice. He explained since he was a minor, it took a couple days to get his parents involved and signed off. Where were the parents at this whole time? I mean, like, were they there? I wonder, did L.A. Reid call, like, say these things about Justin Bieber to his mother or father or whoever was his guardian at the time? That's the kind of things I wonder about when I'm going through this. Like, what were the parents thinking at the time? Did they see anything? Because, as parents, we normally have intuition when something ain't right. And it just, I guess, a lot of people say they just want the money, or they're blinded by the fame and whatever. But so it goes on to say the next time Bieber came to the office with his manager, Scooter Braun, Justin had grown his hair so that it was almost covering his eyes, which Reid described as a catchy look that was all his own. I could see immediately that Justin's hair would be every bit as important as his songs, his voice, his face, and his presence, he said, adding that teens would want to copy his haircut. So, as you can see, Reid is loving Justin Bieber, getting him primed and ready for Diddy, and so Diddy could take over from there. Reid went on and on, gushing over more and more about Justin, saying Justin was simply beautiful. His superpower was his face, but his hair and his appearance were only part of his charm. Justin had this natural charisma that instantly transformed him into his own character. Whereas other artists had to work to develop the persona that they wanted to project, Justin Bieber was lovable and lively from the start with a radiant personality. L.A. Reid, I wonder, is his name going to be coming up in the weeks and months to come? Because judging from this article, and I'm going to continue, it definitely seems like if he wasn't a part of it, he definitely knows something. But it's looking kind of crazy, y'all. So, okay. Usher played a huge role in jumpstarting Justin's career, and everybody know that. Justin quickly became involved with Usher and Diddy shortly after being signed by L.A. Reid. So, speaking to the Hollywood Reporter, he revealed how P. Diddy was the one the one that would talk him and take him around, telling him, don't be a fool, don't sell your stock in Usher. He's still going to be a star. He's everything you thought he was the day you signed him. With that advice in mind, he hired a vocal coach to help Bieber through his transition. So they had little doubts. He was going through a transition, but that just lets you know how young Bieber is as this going on. Reed also is fighting his own cases. I mentioned that. So now, fast forward, you know, if Justin Bieber goes on there, he goes on to be with Diddy, and who knows what Diddy did in that 48 hours. But let's talk about Reed before we go into the Justin and the Bieber and Diddy situation. Let's talk about what Reed had going on. Reed, who was sued for SA, which is assault, by a former colleague at Arista Records, Drew Dixon, who says he assaulted her twice in 2001 on a private plane in the back of it and in the back of his private car. Dixon, who rose to be a vice president of Arista, had previously accused Reed of misconduct, claims Reed impeded in her career and prevented her from singing and cultivating not singing. She cultivated artists, and Reed prevented her from signing artists such as John Legend, and others. So basically, she's saying that Reed sexually assaulted and also hindered her from signing big artists. You know how big John Legend went on to become. She departed the company in 2002, and that was the end of that. Meanwhile, now Justin is disgusted by these allegations. And that's what leads us to the next situation. The Bieber and Diddy situation. So now we got the whole layout, how this all came to be. L.A. Reid, Usher brought Justin Bieber to L.A. Reid, and L.A. Reid sent Justin Bieber to Diddy, and we are waiting to know what the heck really happened with that situation. So before we get into this next article where it reads, this is from the Mirror, Justin Bieber, quote unquote, gets upset when P. Diddy's name is brought up, and this is like just dropped like yesterday. But before we get into that, check out this clip from the Kennedy Nation talking about the same thing.
The alleged victims of sexual abuse from Michael Jackson. And their stories were very explicit, but the thing that they all had in common was the extent of their trauma didn't hit them until they had kids. What we do know is when Justin Bieber was just 15 years old, he was a tiny person. He should have been with his parents. He should have been with his team. He should have been protected from someone who was talking about making every 15-year-old's fantasy come true, and how Diddy was given custody of Bieber for 48 hours and they were going to go full buck crazy. That was the quote. And I'm sure you've seen the video. You've seen the two of them cavorting around, and, Bieber's got a big smile on his face. And not long after that, they were both on Jimmy Kimmel together. And Kimmel seemed kind of disturbed by what he was watching. And, he's like, there's something weird about this relationship. So he asked Justin Bieber, like, what do you guys do when you're together? And Diddy cut him off and said, he knows not to tell on Big Brother Puff and talk about what we do. And it's like, that was disgusting on its face. Like, you don't have to have 120 victims to come forward saying, Sean Combs sexually abused me, men and women, minors and adults. But, let's say a tenth of that is true, or a fraction of that is true. Then all you can do is think about, and again, We don't know what happened or what didn't happen between Sean Combs and Justin Bieber. What we do know is that Justin Bieber had two crappy parents. We have to look at the
See, so there you are. That's basically her talking about the same article that we about to break down, or actually not just the article, but the same concept that we about to break down right now. What is going on? Justin Bieber has sent so many signs that stuff is not right now. Since Diddy's situation, we just have to pay attention. So this article comes from the Mirror. It's called "Justin Bieber Gets Upset When P. Diddy's Name is Brought Up as Kris Jenner Lends Support." So Justin Bieber's stark silence on the allegation against P. Diddy was underscored after he unfollowed him on Instagram. Sources say he's upset even hearing about the rapper at this point. Okay, so the article goes on to say, as his former mentor remains behind bars, Justin Bieber reportedly becomes upset when his name is mentioned around him. Diddy was accused and denies of a slew of essay claims, including both civil and criminal situations. So his closeness with Justin when he was young left many to speculate on the nature of their relationship. In a resurfaced video, Diddy described a particular day together as a 15-year-old's dream, but emphasized their actions were secretive in nature. Diddy added, Justin's having 48 hours with Diddy where we're hanging out and what we're doing, we can't really disclose. Why can't you really disclose it, Diddy? I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. When you're with a 15-year-old, 14-year-old, any young kid, and you're a grown man, that's a red flag. If your 15-year-old girl or boy is in the care of another grown man way somewhere else away, and you hear that grown man say we hanging out and doing things that can't be disclosed, I would have been on a flight, or I'd have been at his door before the word disclosed, before he could say the D at the end. I would have been there. Cause ain't nothing you can do with no 15-year-old as a grown man that don't need to be disclosed. So that's why I always look at the parents. Like, y'all are different parents than where I came from. Like, more or less, the stuff that happened in like normal, I don't say normal, but most of the families I know where stuff happened, it was like no signs. It was kind of like an incident that just kind of happened. Nobody really could control it. But to be talking like you can't disclose and this and that, and it's a 15-year-old boy, that ain't even cute to even say, even if you just playing. Some things you don't play with. So let's go on. So the young pop star recently went on an unfollow spree as he publicly cut ties with the controversial rapper mogul Diddy among 25 other social media accounts. So not just Diddy, other media accounts he probably only want to hear about it, especially from certain outlets. A source told Radar Online it's not something he wants to talk about, but anytime Diddy's name comes up, he gets upset. People are whispering that having everything exposed could ruin Justin's life. It's traumatizing, and it seems to have set him back in a big way. Can you imagine what Justin Bieber going through right now? Justin Bieber doesn't even have to give any details. All we have to do is have common sense, and we know he going through something crazy, and he went through something crazy. Speaking from a kid that grew up, saw things, had something happen to me. when I was 7 years old that was foul, and that it didn't make no sense. And as a matter of fact, when people say, why didn't Justin Bieber say nothing and all of that, I really hate when people say that, because it lets me know that nothing has ever happened to you. Because anybody that's had anything happen, whether it was to the full extent of what they saying Diddy happened, whatever, or if it was a situation where someone improperly touched you and you was able to get away from it, but it still affected you, it still was nasty, it still was wrong. It's 1,000 reasons why you won't say nothing then. And so I decided I'm going to tell the whole story, because I want to get some context. I'm going to tell that whole story. I've never told the whole story. I've told a couple of family members what happened. I've mentioned that I've had situations and stuff like that I wish never happened, and wish never happened to nobody else. And I will definitely tell the story. I decided to put that on my subscriber content. I'm gonna tell the story about what my personal thing that I went through, and it will shed light onto why people don't say nothing, because I have 1,000 reasons, and they're all good reasons of why somebody don't say nothing. And it's not the reasons you would think. A lot of times people don't say, and I'll give you one little example. A lot of times a kid won't say nothing because they're trying to actually protect the parents or the uncles or whoever's involved. And as a kid, you don't know any better. You don't know what to say. You just don't want to cause no problems. And you don't want people who didn't have nothing to do with it, you don't want them in trouble. So it's so much that goes on in the kid's head. Don't ever say, why did nobody take so long to say? That's the stupidest response to any of this. And anybody has been through something knows how stupid that response is. All it says is you've never been through anything, because there are 1,000 reasons. I have my own, but everybody has their reasons why they won't say something, or why didn't they say nothing at that time. So when I look at Justin, I can totally read between the lines, and I know exactly what he's going through. So yeah, so definitely, I think I'm gonna do that this weekend. So look out for that on the subscriber exclusive content. It will be the first time that I told this whole story. I've told people that I had an incident, and this and that, but I've never told the exact story to this day. But I know it vividly like it was yesterday. I was 7 years old. So I'm definitely gonna tell that in the subscribers exclusive. So subscribe to the exclusive content to hear my background. And I didn't even realize that, you bury stuff so much. I didn't even realize, like, the stuff that I went through is probably the reason why I go so hard for, like, victims or justice. It took maybe a couple months ago when I realized, like, you know what? That's probably why I go so hard about this. Because, unfortunately, I've had experiences that should never happen to a kid. And so when I was originally fighting for this, I didn't think about that. When you have stuff that happened when you were 7 years old, a kid, you just bury that stuff and you don't even really think about it. And like I said, it didn't come to me till maybe 2 months ago. I got to thinking about it. I said, that's probably why I go so hard about this type of stuff. I didn't even think about it like that. But anyway, let's go on. So during this time of Justin Bieber going through all of this, Kris Jenner reportedly wanted to swoop in to lend an emotional hand to Justin. The insider disclosed that she has an agenda with her support and is drooling at the idea of getting him on the show. So now, before I say that, the source added that Kris is always looking out for herself and her family. So you better believe she has an ulterior motive beyond just helping a friend in need. Noting, even though Chris wants to help Justin, the first and foremost, she wants to help herself. That's how she operates. So take that. Now, you already going through stuff. You already got problems. You already trying to deal with stuff. You Justin Bieber. And so not only do you have to deal with the pain in your head of thinking about what happened, nobody knows but you, but that stuff can replay and replay and replay. And then on top of that, you have to side-eye people who want to help you because you're famous or because they can get a bag. And then a lot of times it's people who you thought genuinely cared. And then you find out they don't genuinely care. They just want to be part of the circus. And so you got to deal with that pain. The pain that you find out that 90% of the world really only care about themselves. And when you're a 10%er, you find a 10%er, you got to appreciate them. Because nothing hurts more than having something hurtful happen to you and then compounding that with being helped. And I put quotes over helped by people who really just want to benefit off of your tragedy, want to benefit off of your pain. It's just messed up, y'all. And like I said, there's so many reasons that I could relate to Justin Bieber. Not even just that, just even being young and signed and how people, treat you differently. And it's just so many, it's just so much to it that if you haven't walked in those shoes in some form of fashion, it's hard to understand. But for me, it's clear as day. And so Justin Bieber's going through that. He's going through, knowing that when this trial comes out, he has to be anticipating what might be said, how people are going to look at him. And I'm sure he even feels a way about when he does have to offer info, or if he is called to tell information, it could bring down people that necessarily might not even just be Diddy. Because sometimes people who you actually care about might know or had something to do with it, and they didn't do it on purpose, but now by you bringing out this information, you're going to harm some people besides Diddy. You're going to harm people that maybe you might not even want to harm. There's so many things that run through your head that people who, if you haven't sat in that situation, you won't realize that. You won't realize like, oh, why he ain't talking about Diddy? You don't know that him coming forward about Diddy and telling details may also sink people that he actually care about, who were just a victim of the circumstances of being around at the wrong time and not having a voice, not saying nothing. But now they potentially can be in trouble. And that could be a reason why Justin and other victims are silent about certain things. But those are reasons people don't think about. People don't understand that when something happens, it's not normally just that person. See, when something happened to me, it was my uncle's girlfriend's daughter. They were old. I was a little kid. And so in my situation, I love my uncle. And as a 7-year-old kid, I was like, I didn't want my uncle to get in trouble because he didn't have nothing to do with it. He didn't know it. He didn't know nothing. So I didn't want him to get in trouble. So I didn't say nothing. My parents, they didn't do anything wrong. I was over my uncle's house. It was a party going on. So I felt bad. I didn't want to tell my parents. I didn't want them to feel bad because I felt like they didn't do anything wrong. So when you say why somebody didn't say nothing, understand that it's 1,000 things that go on. It's not just about that person who did something. They are a piece of crap, right? But a lot of time, the people around them who have something to do with it are people you love dearly, and you don't want people to be mad at them, or you don't want people to look at them. And as a kid, how can you make sense of that? It isn't until your brain mature and you get older and you realize, oh, I could have handled it a whole nother way. But this shit happens when you're a kid. You still have a kid brain. Your brain ain't developed. So your logic is not the logic of that it will be when you become an adult. So I definitely see and understand the situation with Justin Bieber greatly. And so then this leads to the next segment. And where does all this lead to? Article just came out. Celebs with Diddy links are to skip town once this trial kicks off. Now, this article is talking about where we at. Where is this leading to? Because, like I said, we're getting closer and closer to the trial, and now it's time to make moves. And a lot of these celebrities, according to the this Times article written by Ashima Grover, entitled "Celebs with Diddy Links to Skip Town When Sex Trial Kicks Off, Homes of the Rich and Famous Will Be Empty." Now, from that title alone, you already know what the heck going on. We've already been talking about it. We said people are saying Ellen skip town. They've been saying Ashton Kutcher gonna skip town. When I say skip town, I mean skip country, I guess. Not even skip town. They gonna need a passport to go where they're going. And so this article talks about Sean Diddy Combs has long shared connections with A-listers like Jennifer Lopez, Usher, Justin Bieber, Mariah Carey, Ashton Kutcher, and more. Hollywood celebrities like Jennifer Lopez, Usher, Ashton Kutcher, Jay-Z, Justin Bieber, Mariah Carey, and Will Smith were no strangers to the notorious Diddy parties. And now it has all come to a head. When the rubber meets the road, tires start burning. So the insider claims that a drove of A-listers are expected to empty out their Hollywood homes in fear of their connection to Sean Combs. A showbiz insider told Radar Online this week that celebrities have no wish to stick around when the explosive trial commences, especially given the possibility that it could name drop Diddy's acquaintances. They are about to flee, is what this article is going into, which we've already been hearing this. But see, one thing about it, the closer it gets to time, you're going to really start seeing people actually get the heck up out of here because they don't want to get dragged into this. And I'm going to continue in that article. But before I continue on this article, I for sure have to thank two sweethearts for hearing my cries yesterday, that we needed to pick up get back and get our momentum back going on the subscriptions. They are very important. They are going to preserve the truth, and they're going to help us keep this show what we want this show to be. We want this show to be a place we can come to and talk about anything. If we need to announce a boycott, we want to announce a boycott. If we need to talk about SA victims, we want to talk about it. If we want to talk about celebrities who may be involved in this and may be involved in that, we want to talk about it. We don't want no corporate telling us what we can do and can't say. And so I definitely want to shout out these two sweethearts for donating. First, I want to say Sybil Ford, thank you for your donation. $3 subscription gets you all the exclusive content, my stories, my deep dives, lunch with Flo, mix and mastered copy and everything. So Sybil Ford, everybody thanks Sybil in the chat. Sybil, for donating and understanding how important it is for us to preserve our platform. If we want to keep the truth rolling, then we're going to have to support ourselves. And like I told you, I don't just tell y'all to do it. I support my fellow podcasters and truthers that I listen to, that I've been listening to for years. And like I said, I understand the importance of it. I don't even watch. I'll see CNN and all those other media outlets just to kind of see what's going on. But I don't pay attention. Like, I know where to get my news from, and I know where it's going to be unbiased, and they're going to just tell me what's going on. And I support those, and I subscribe, and I pay my fellow podcasters who are going to give the truth. And so I appreciate y'all. And the number one subscriber of the day, that is Renee Akins. Renee gave $5 subscription. It's only $3, and Renee chose to give $5. So round of applause. Round of applause for Renee. And I appreciate it. Y'all heard my what I called for. I needed more subscriptions, and like I said, y'all came through. And y'all always come through, which is why I always come through. You could count on this show ain't going nowhere. And in the morning, you're going to see this show pop up in your phone if it's a Monday through Friday. It ain't a holiday. You can count on me to be right here doing what I love for who I love. So shout out to both of those subscribers. Because of them, we are able to do what we do. And also, I want to let y'all know, to be transparent, y'all know when the Diddy trial comes up, y'all know I got extra exclusive access to stuff. And also with the trial, if you're smart, you subscribe now, because all of my day ones, I'm locking y'all in at whatever y'all subscribe at, whether it's $3 or whatever, you can stay at that price. But once we get close to trial, subscriptions will be going up, because those are going to be all the new people just trying to jump on board, and they want to get all the Diddy info because they know I am the number one Diddy source, and I will have information that other people are not going to have. So supply and demand, y'all know the subscription's going to go up. So if you're wise like me and cheap, I will get the subscription now. Do not wait till April once the trials start heating up, because the subscription going to go up, and I want all my day ones who have been following me lock in at that low price, because when the trial come up, I'm going up. Not on y'all, just the new people that are just going to hop on board. I ain't going up on the people who've been rocking with me since October and helped me get to this 100,000 downloads. Y'all going to be in at the $3. But it ain't going to be no $3 subscription once the Diddy trial start. And you know me, I'm just straightforward and honest with y'all. I don't never want to trick nobody. I don't none of that. If I know it, I'm gonna tell y'all, so that way you can do what you want to do. You don't have to subscribe, but I don't want to hear it when April and May come and the lowest subscription is kind of pricey. I'm gonna be like, I told you to get the subscription back in March, in February. So go ahead if you want to get that $3 one, or if you could give more, that's always good too. But $3, take it while it's hot. Appreciate all of y'all. So let's get back into these celebrities getting the heck out of Dodge, as we used to say back in the day. I don't know if y'all use get out of Dodge. I don't know if that's a Cleveland Word, but when you used to get gone or get lost or get away from somebody, we used to say, he got out of Dodge. And that's what these celebrities are doing, apparently, are getting out of Dodge. So Ellen, we already talked about Ellen is one of the main ones that people are saying that's out of here or already out of here and definitely won't be around when this trial starts, even though Ellen called Diddy her snuggle McBuggle Buggle or whatever the heck she called him. I don't think he's her snuggle McBuggle or whatever it is now. So this is where Showbiz Insider told Raider this week that the celebrities have no wish to stick around when the explosive trial commences, especially given possibility that it could name drop Diddy acquaintances. The homes of the rich and famous with any kind of links to Combs, no matter how innocent, will be empty come May. The source contended. No one will wish to be around when the hearing kicks off because they know Combs is about to start throwing names around. And let's share the live, share it and like it, please. We got 17 people in here. We don't have enough likes. Let's like it up. Come on, crew. And so they further speculated that high-profile people in showbiz who have been friends with Diddy could have their names dragged through the mud. As a result, many of them may opt to get out of Hollywood and stick their heads in the sand, quite literally, perhaps, on a beach as far away from the courthouse as possible. Now, this could be a lot of reasons. The obvious reasons they want to get the heck out of here. But we need to they need to look at the situation and understand that you can run, but you can't hide. But I can tell you this. I'm also thinking that maybe they want to get out of the country too, so that it's not as easy to call them to testify, or so that paparazzi and journalists and stuff can't question them, because if your name has anything to do with anything that is involved in any of this, TMZ, paparazzi, everybody's going to be at your door from 24/7. And so I think that a lot of the celebrities, even the ones that might not necessarily have did nothing, but they were around, I think they're going to want to get out of here, because I don't think they're going to want to get caught. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with these celebrities and who actually gets the heck out of here once this trial starts. And so we'll pay attention to that. And wow, y'all. So I'll definitely keep you in the loop on that. But check this out, y'all. This happened in my hometown, and my hometown is Cleveland, Ohio. If anybody don't know, I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. And a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio is a place called Pepper Pike. Listen to this. If this don't tell you, you never know what today will bring, and that we need to just count our blessings, then ain't nothing gonna tell you that. Listen to this. When this popped up on my Facebook, I was like, oh my God, I gotta read this because it messed me up. But anyway, check this out, y'all. Yesterday, this is from the Pepper Pike Police Department, which is in Cleveland. Yesterday at 6:35 p.m., the Pepper Pike Police Department received a call from a male resident who stated that he had returned home from a business trip to find instructions from his wife taped to the exterior of the garage door. So let me give you some context. Got a husband, comes home. When he pulls up to the garage, he sees a note on the door. He reads that note, and it has instructions. These were the instructions. The document advised him to call 911 and stated that she had taken her life and the life of their son with a gun. This is what the note says, that as he pulls up, grabs a note off the garage, he reads a note that's apparently from his wife saying that she had taken her life and their son's life with a gun. The instructions further advised him against entering their son's bedroom. So in the letter, it said, I'm advising you, do not go in our son's bedroom. I'm just letting you know that I took his life and my life. So the husband didn't check the bedroom. He stayed outside. Police arrived and inspected the home. His wife and son were found deceased in the bedroom, exactly as described. The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation was contacted to assist with the processing of the scene. Do you guys know what happened? This is just the saddest of this is the saddest part of this whole horrific situation that happens. Check this out, that happened. Oh my God. Health issues, including terminal cancer and severe autism, were the primary factors in this personal tragedy. The family has requested privacy as they grieve the loss of their loved ones. And it's been investigated thoroughly, and this is exactly what it is, y'all. How many times, I believe it's somebody in the chat and somebody in our listener group that works with autistic. I can't remember. I don't know if it's Lauren. Somebody in our group works with autistic or knows a lot of things about the autistic situation. And we talk about it all the time, how rough and tough it is with a parent dealing with autism, an autistic child, and how we need more ways to help. And we talk about this all for some reason. I mean, even because of Kanye or this or that, the subject of autism comes up a lot of times on my show, in my chat, in my comments. And when I got my hands on this article yesterday, or this police statement, it just really drove home the point of what we've been saying. It's tough. And so to come home, and I know that father, I know they've been fighting. He's probably been fighting, and fighting and helping his wife through the fight of the cancer, and raising their son, and I'm sure he thought everything was fine. He goes to work and comes home from work to that. And so if this story don't show you how much we need to help autism, then I don't know what will. I'm gonna leave it right there. Thank you guys. I will see y'all. Enjoy y'all weekend. Appreciate everybody for subscribing. This was a tough show. As always, I love y'all, and I'm out. Breakfast Crew. Sheesh. Definitely a hard show today. Oh shit. Definitely a hard show today, y'all. But we got through it. And y'all was right here rocking. Y'all was right here with me the whole way. I appreciate it. But yeah, that was a crazy, crazy story. Just happened. And everybody, we just have to be blessed. We here, and all the loved ones that we love are here, because for somebody to go home, for a husband to come home to that, and then to realize what the wife, where was her mental, how bad were things for her to have to take it there? You just never know what people are going through. You never know what people are going through, but all we can do is try to help out, y'all. But it's Friday. We here, y'all here. Right now, y'all know the routine. I'm getting Apple and Spotify loaded up right now while we're on live. This was definitely the hardest show for me. For sure. Because I'm not really that emotional. But certain subjects will bring it out of me. And so, yeah, that was tough. But like I said, I got the best community online. And so I will always be thankful and grateful. And whatever needs to be talked about, we're going to talk about it. You know what I mean? If it needs to be talked about, I will bring it up. Oh, yes. We're going to talk about that at lunch. Meanie Me. Hey, Meanie Me, we're going to talk about that at lunch. Definitely send me if you have any articles on that. Thank you. If you have any articles on the thank you, Lauren. If you have any articles on the TD Jake situation, because I've only seen like posts, please send it to me. But we definitely gonna talk about that at lunchtime for sure. So y'all know, give me 1 second. I'm about to get this start downloading. So I'm about to hit y'all with the intermission music real quick. All right, I'm back. As we let that load up. Hey, Sybil, I appreciate you, Sybil. And yeah, Mini Me, if you can send me an article on my Instagram, that will be greatly appreciated. That is crazy though. Let me look through some of these chats. This show I was so locked in, I couldn't even see the chats. Hold on. Let me see what y'all was over here talking about. Tough show today, but we need the truth to be exposed. Exactly. And that's why I tell y'all, as you can even see from this show, I don't care what it takes. I am going to tell and talk about what needs to be talked about. That's first and foremost. If I can't talk about what needs to be talked about, I don't want to do the show. I wouldn't come on here and talk an hour about stuff that don't mean nothing. Now, of course, yeah, we talk about different things, We talk about sports, we talk about stuff like that, but I can't spend my whole I can't talk about that and only that. I need to talk about stuff that means something that can help because it makes me feel better. And it makes everybody feel better. You know what I mean? I mean, we can't do nothing about it, but we can at least help in whatever way we can. She left them for what you talking about, Lauren? Okay, let's see. Well, we got some new news. I see y'all always keep me up on some news that's going on. So let's see. 189 bodies were found in 189 bodies were found in Colorado at a funeral home. They were supposed to be cremated. The families were receiving concrete mix instead of remains. Wow. Hey, I gotta look that up. Let me see. Wow. What the heck is going on? And now Lauren says a Michigan mom that left her 3 kids in a home for almost 5 years. I got to look that up too. Wow, y'all. Yeah, send me if y'all can send me some of those articles. Send me those some of these stuff that y'all talking about. DM me those articles. And I'll definitely put those in for our lunchtime show. Let me go back and look at some of y'all comments. Elon Musk 5K. Yeah, oh yeah, we talked about oh, okay, yeah. Let me put that on here. I don't know if Dreamer's still in here. But now, Dreamer, if you not here, you know we gonna represent. So you know Costco is doing things the way we like them to do it. And Nadrima said she works for an amazing company called Costco. We all know. Just wanted to say, especially in these days, if anyone has a membership, my Costco family loves and appreciates you all deeply. I'm about to get my Costco membership back started up. I love Costco anyway. So now, Dreamer, I don't know if you still in here, but we're gonna hold you down, even if you ain't in here. You know, we just whether you around or you ain't around, we still hold you down. Oh, Kim. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know if Kim's still in here, but Kim is a long time listener, supporter, all of the above. I appreciate you, Kim. I don't know if you're still in here, Kim, but if you watch this again, you'll get your shout out. If not, next time I see you in here, I'll let you know that I shouted you out. But yeah, y'all, it's a lot going on. Hey, look, Lauren said this story broke my heart yesterday. Yeah, oh man, a lot of heart broke. Oh yeah, y'all was in here kicking it. I'm going back through some of y'all chat messages. Y'all was in here kicking it, but yeah, I gotta look up. Yeah, I gotta get my membership back up, Michelle. Hey, look, y'all, I didn't make an announcement, but I got announced on the morning show yesterday because I think did I announce it? No, yesterday, Mini Me. Let me put her up here. Mini Me treated me to lunch. Michelle treated me the day before, and Mini Me treated me to lunch yesterday. I appreciate it. So I just wanted to shout out Mini Me on the this is Mini Me. I just want to shout her out on the morning show because I don't think we shot her out on the morning show. I appreciate the lunch. y'all know that my nickname used to be Greedy Flow, so I appreciate the lunch. Meeting Me sent me $60 for lunch, and I had the best chicken breast, seasoned to perfection, with some mashed potatoes and a Caesar salad and a water. And what else did I have? I had something else that came with it. But yeah, so I appreciate that. And if anybody wants to treat me to lunch today, that's my information down there. My Apple Pay, 216-357-9687. And my Cash App is $BIZZYJAYSB. You'll see it at the bottom of the ticker. If you want to, fine. If you don't, I understand. But I always appreciate lunch money. And appreciate anybody that want to feed Flow. But now what's this about? What's this about, y'all? Oh no, I wasn't cheap. Nah, yeah. Tell them, me, don't be cheap. Shoot, food costs, especially when you get good food. When you get good food, they charging these days. You could get some cheap fast food that's crap, and I don't want to be eating that. But yeah, food ain't cheap these days, y'all. I don't got to tell y'all that. But what is Michelle talking about? Saying that the president is shutting down the federal website to order COVID-19 tests as of midnight. What's that about? Michelle getting her hair together for Friday. All right, Michelle. Hey, look, you can tell from Michelle's profile picture, she keep that hair done. She keep that hair did. I already know Michelle don't. I could tell from her picture, Michelle don't play about her hair. Am I lying, Michelle? You seem like one of the ones that keep you a shop appointment. That's what my aunties and the women in my family used to always say. I keep me a shop appointment. Hey, Michelle got a trip coming up too. Where you going, Michelle? Where Michelle going, y'all? I knew it. I told y'all, Flo knows. Flo knows I am the best reader of tea leaves that you've ever seen. You've seen this in real time. I didn't know Michelle always go get her hair done, but I can look at her profile picture and I can tell that she one of those people that don't play about her hair. And look at her. She says she get her hair done every Friday. How did I know? I'm very good at. I've been able to read. I'm good like that. I'm good like that. Okay, what's up? What's up? Now Dreamer says she back. She said, listen to what that Dreamer said. I'm here, y'all. My morning crew says good morning. Tell them we said good morning. They've been listening to and watching along with me. They say the tea is good. That is what's up. We love when everybody listening. Oh wow, that's what's up. Michelle is going to see New Edition in Vegas. Oh, that is awesome. One of my favorite groups of all time. And y'all know from me being with Floyd, y'all know I love Vegas. I still have friends and family in Vegas to this day from my Vegas days with Floyd. So, look who in the building, y'all. Everybody say what's up to Carolyn. Everybody say hello to Carolyn. She becoming one of our faithful morning crew members. Look at y'all funny. But yeah, y'all. So Michelle about to be out there with New Edition. Y'all gotta let y'all know the song I'll be waiting for. If I was going to Vegas to see New Edition, I'll be waiting for Can You Stand the Rain? Can you stand the rain. Oh, that's a good concert though. That's a great concert. Where do they have the new edition have a residency out there? Oh, now you just answered my question. Yeah, so they got a 6-week residency there. Okay. That's a sweet trip. I don't have to tell you, you're gonna enjoy that. New edition. New edition. Can you stand the rain? What's another new edition classic? I know they was kids when they sang it, but I still like Candy Girl. Candy Girl. Anybody, any Candy Girl stands out there? I love the Candy Girl. Can you stand the rain? What's another new edition classic? What's another new? Oh, I'm still in love. Yep. Telephone man, Mr. Telephone Man. Yeah, that was the one too. Oh, hey y'all, hey Nadreema, it's in my ticker. Can you see the ticker at the bottom? Nadreema, you see the ticker on the screen, Nadreema? I'm trying to use my little YouTube stuff. But I'll put it in the comments just so y'all know. But if you can look at the ticker, it'll always be there. I get a click every time. Hell yeah. How about, no, y'all remember this one? Y'all remember this one? Is this the end? I can't remember that note was so high I can't hit it. Are you my friend? Ooh. Remember that? I love that song, Busy JSB. Jeffrey Jones. Hey, I put it in the thing. Now, Dreamer, you gonna treat me to lunch today? I think the Dreamer might be treating me to lunch today, y'all. That'll be 3 in a row. I'll be doing good, man. I'll be eating good. Y'all been having me eating good. Cause one thing about it, when y'all treat me to lunch, I'll make sure I get healthy. I'm not gonna buy. I had that little one crash out with Michelle, but now I'm buying healthy food. Cause when Michelle treated me, I had a taste for Wingstop. And so since she treated me, I went crazy on the Wingstop. But from now on, for the most part, I'm gonna try to buy healthy food with y'all. When y'all treat me to lunch, I'm gonna buy healthy food, even though it costs more. But this is what we do. I appreciate it. Yes. I appreciate it. I'm easy. I love to eat. Nickname Greedy Flow. And one thing about it, I'm gonna come here. Y'all can count on me to come here and kick it with y'all every Monday through Friday. PB, yeah, Fire Wings, Obi-Wan Kenobi, for sure. Oh, man. It was something else that I wanted to get into that I wasn't able to get into. Where is it at? It was a story that I saved. Wow, did y'all see Clarissa Shields got suspended because she tested positive for Mary J. I don't know if y'all saw that, but y'all know that's she from where Greg from. Mini Me says bye, y'all. She says she'll be back at lunch. She got to do taxes. So bye, Mini Me. We'll see you. If you could send me those articles to my Instagram, Mini Me and whoever else, send me the articles to my Instagram or wherever y'all communicate with me, so I can put the articles together for lunchtime. Just DM me. But yeah, y'all know Clarissa Shields is from Michigan, like Greg, and so Greg knows they from the same area. So Greg, that's his girl. That how it is when somebody make it out your area. So I'm interested to see what Greg thinks about this suspension for her testing positive for Mary J. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just Mary J. It's not like when I saw that she tested positive, I thought they were trying to say it was like PEDs or something like that, like steroids or something. But it was Mary J. So I don't know. I don't know how much can we come down on her about that. But I do want to know what that's going to affect going forward, though, because I like Clarissa Shields. Right, that's what I'm saying. Actually, not Detroit. She is from Flint. They're from Flint, I think, and I believe Clarissa is from Flint. I appreciate it, Not Dreamer. Not Dreamer said she got me for lunch, y'all. I'm gonna have to shop. Make sure y'all see at lunchtime. I'm gonna tell y'all at lunchtime what I ordered and what I ate. But thanks to Not Dreamer for coming through. I greatly appreciate the lunch donations, and we're gonna keep rocking. Exactly, it don't give you no advantage. So I'm like, why would you? Like, I don't think they should be suspended for that. I don't understand what their reason is behind that, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, I'm a ball off for lunch, Kobe. Kobe Juan Shinobi. Exactly. Why are we persecuting somebody for smoking flowers? So I don't know. Let's pay that. That was something that well, I know we're gonna talk about at lunch, but I figured I would bring it up to y'all here. What else? What else? Oh, I don't know if I have any movie buffs in the chat, but did y'all know that did y'all see that Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan are bringing out an I Am Legend Part 2? I was never a big I Am Legend guy, but I know a lot of people like that movie. Are y'all gonna watch the Part 2? Yeah, it was a lot of people. Thanks for bringing that up, Lauren. There's a lot of people. A lot of NFL players said they used Mary J to get through the pain, Lauren. Yeah, I've never been a big Will Smith fan myself, but I know a lot of people like the movie, so I just wanted to ask. But I was never a big Will Smith. The only Will Smith movie that I liked was Pursuit of Happiness. I like Pursuit of Happiness. I like that whole movie. I like the whole story behind it. But other than that, I was never a big Will Smith movie fan like that. Like I didn't hate on it, but I just wasn't like I wasn't a big Man in Black. I didn't watch Man in Black. I didn't like none of those movies. Oh shoot, yes, for sure. It's Nadrima's birthday, y'all. Happy birthday, Dreamer. Yes, happy birthday. Everybody wish Nadrima, one of my OG supporters from way back in the day on TikTok, but one of the new Breakfast and Lunch Crew members, Nadrima's birthday. Everybody wish her a happy birthday. And many, 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 plenty more. Plenty, many, many, plenty more. I believe. Oh shoot! Here we go, y'all. Almost. Here we go. I gotta load up. It's ready to load up. So it takes like 20 minutes to mix and master the Apple Spotify version. So that's what was happening. So now give me a second. I am about to go actually upload it. It just was mixed and mastered. So let me hit y'all with the. Give me 2 seconds. Back like I never left. So now Apple and Spotify is all up and loaded. Our Apple and Spotify listeners are ready to go now. Yeah, I'm with y'all on that. I've never been a fan, but like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I did like Pursuit of Happiness. But other than that, nope. Never watched Man in Black. Never watched I Am Legend. Never liked it was one other movie I did watch and it was decent. What was the movie when his face swelled all up because he ate shrimp? Hitch? It was some type of love comedy or whatever. So 2 movies in my whole lifetime. And that was back before I even found out about all this weird Will Smith stuff. You know, that was way back in his arsenal. But yeah, I ain't never been a big fan, honestly. Yeah, Hitch. Yeah, that was it. Hitch and Pursuit of Happiness are the only 2 Will Smith movies that I actually watched and actually liked. But I never watched none of those other ones. I never watched, like I said, Men in Black. None of those. A lot of those popular ones that everybody watched, I never was into. Hey, Amy's funny. I see your comment, Amy. But any other good movies coming out? Thank you, Not Dreamer. Not Dreamer. 50, I believe it's I can't pull it up, but I think Not Dreamer sent me $50 for lunch, y'all. So shout out to Not Dreamer on her birthday. She gave me, that's the type of community we have, because I'm the same way. I would do the same thing on my birthday. I would take care of somebody that I F with or like. And really I appreciate it. Let me tell y'all, Not Dreamer has been around the movement, almost pretty much go back with True. Now Dreamer watched my journey and from TikTok, from a little known person just on TikTok to now what we doing now. So great appreciation for the Dreamer. But now Dreamer is another one that if you want to know my real journey, now Dreamer will tell you. She been around. She seen when they tried to all the bigger creators tried to pile up and take a dump on me, and me and my following destroyed everybody. And that Dreamer saw that. Like I said, I'm the realest one doing it. That's why they ain't gonna bother me. They know who the realest one when it comes to this media. They know who the realest. Ain't nobody realer than me out there. I respect and love everybody, but they know who the realest. They can't come on here. And without no shirt on. They scared. So you already know they scared. You know I ain't scared. I ain't scared of nobody, nothing, and I do whatever I want to do. So they know who to mess with. So yeah, now Dreamer seen it. She could tell you. I don't want me and my before my following even got big. Even when my following was small, we was mighty. My following is for real because my following is a bunch of people that have seen me help people. That's how I became known. So my following is different than a lot of people's following. My following is we all a bunch of people that's ready to run through brick walls. Every last one of them. You ain't following me unless you into what we all into, because I'm so loud about what I'm about. If you ain't about it, you're gonna get away from me. So it feels good to have people that have been on this journey for all this time and they still with me and they can co-sign everything I'm telling y'all. And more. Like I said, it's really more. I'm not the type to just tell you a million stories about what I did, but there's other people that will tell you. So this is one of the realest journeys you'll ever be a part of. Like, this is organic and this is real. I done went to war with whole police departments. I done went to war with big celebrities, billionaires. I done went to war with big corporations. I done went to war with whole school systems. One time, a student had a young lady was racially called the N-word or something in school, and then everybody didn't want to do nothing about it, and people was laughing. The students, I'm talking about high school students, DM me and asked me would I bring awareness to it. I took the story and ran with it, and within a week, it went from a story that nobody was talking about to they were talking about it on The View. The NAACP got involved. All type of stuff happened after little old me posted it and made it go viral. The students said that I had so many people calling that school that the school couldn't use the phone. I had to tell my followers to let's lay off, that the school is about to take action, because my followers were calling that school and complaining so much that the phone just would not stop ringing. This is where I come from. This is my real journey. And every time I tell you a story, it's 1,000 more because I was doing this every day. So almost every other day, there was a new story. There was a new business that was getting shut down because we made it go viral. So I tell you, y'all, I appreciate it. And we're going to continue. That's why I told you, I don't care how much celebrity news I cover or how big my platform comes or how big I even become. My core is helping people who don't necessarily have the same voice or platform that I have. That's going to always be the core of what my platform is going to be about, because it's how everything got started. It's how I realized what I really like to do. And what I like to do is give people a voice and help people who need the help. Because a lot of time when businesses and celebrities, when they know you don't have a voice, they just do you any kind of way. And so as long as I'm around and as long as people listening to me, people can't do y'all any kind of way. They can't do us any kind of way, because we going to get loud about it. And even without TikTok, I still got 400,000 something followers. Not including my podcast listeners, not including my YouTube people. So we straight. They not going to mess with us. Always a truth advocate. Always a truth advocate. because I'm versatile. I could talk about, I mean, anybody that knows me, I talk about everything. But if I just wanted to make my money and only worried about myself and didn't care about helping, I could be on this thing talking about LeBron James and talking about Tiger Woods and talking about all kind of fluff stuff that don't really matter. And I would make all kind of money and wouldn't nobody bother me. And I wouldn't be rubbing people the wrong way. I could easily do that. I could easily do that. I could easily just talk about rap stuff. I could talk about any of that. Because I cover everything. It's my choice to talk about these uncomfortable stories. It's my choice to talk about stuff that the powers that be don't want me to talk about. I don't have to talk about it. I could wake up in the morning and talk about Kendrick Lamar and his halftime performance, or Drake and that. I could talk about that all day long and make money. But I couldn't do it because I don't mind talking about that stuff, of course, but in order for me to feel passionate about what I'm doing, I got to be talking about some real stuff too. I got to be tackling real issues. So that's just me, who I am. That ain't, nobody told me to do that. It's just how I am. The day I get on here and just talk about fluff stuff just to fill up time will be the last day of me even doing this, because I would never do it for that. Wow, hold on. What you say, Amy? Assisted living isn't paying me, but charging the residents. If I stop showing up, it's the residents who get hurt by it. So it breaks my heart, and I don't know what to do. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's foul. So assisted living isn't paying, but still charging the residents. These are the type of things that go unnoticed because they feel like they can do anything they want to do. Yeah, I saw that. So yeah, Amy, we definitely rocking with you, and I don't know, paying attention to that situation because that's foul. And I did see 50 Cent started a 50 Cent started a GoFundMe for Big Meech. And see, that's why I'm telling y'all, Big Meech brought that on himself. I told y'all, I know 50. 50 is like me. I'm the same way. I just probably I probably wouldn't take it as far as 50 because I just don't like giving people too much of my energy. But 50 Cent did everything for Lil Meech. Got him into acting school. Took care of every little issue he had. Put money in his pocket and his father's pocket while he was locked up. Nobody else helped. Then Big Meech finally gets out. After 50 done helped you, got the show, helped your son, and then you get over there trying to be greedy and trying to be slick and trying to work with Rick Ross, who is one of 50's biggest enemies. What are you doing, Big Meech? That didn't make no sense. Rick Ross used you as a pawn. Because guess what? It don't affect Rick Ross that 50 ain't dealing with you. It's only affecting you and your son. So now 50 has committed its all-out war against Meech now. And that's how 50 is. And he ain't gonna let up. That's just wrong, but that goes back to what I said. If you're cool with somebody, you can't be cool with their biggest op. You can't be cool with this person and cool with their biggest enemy. And now he getting exactly what he asked for. Yep. Yeah, you called it right out, Michelle. Big Meech is a narcissist. Okay, and see, I didn't even know you knew him, Michelle, but I can tell he a narcissist, and he definitely bites the hand that feeds him. I can't believe that story. That's like Big Meech, you just ruined it. Then now the party done got shut down. Now other rappers don't want to deal with you. Everybody calling you a snitch, looking into your stuff. And 50 owns the rights to the BMF story. Rick Ross came out talking about he wanted to do a movie and all that, and they had to say, man, 50 owned the rights. You don't even have no rights to the story. And so now they can't even do nothing. They can't make a BMF story if they wanted to without 50. Check mate. Yep. Hey, look. Hey, Michelle. And you know what's funny, Michelle? It's so much context that I just don't even be thinking about to even talk about. But I know that you said Big Meech is the reason that they got caught in the first place. Terry wanted out. I know that for a fact because when I was signed to Floyd Mayweather, this was that era. When I used to go to Atlanta, me and Floyd, we would go to, we was running, we had money, we was doing all the same stuff BMF was doing, like with money, buying out sections and bottles. So we were super cool with BMF at the height of all that. I used to be BMF. It was BMF members that used to look out for me, not money wise, but they used to look out for me. I would come in the club. They would give me they would dap me up, give me a hug, and tell me, "Hey, little Nick, anybody mess with you, let us know." Two of the BMF main people we ran together in Atlanta for a couple years. So like I was with them even at the time. I'm talking about back when Young Jeezy was still cool with BMF. I go back even that far. I used to come in the club. I would go in the club with me and my friends, and it would be like BMF over there in the section. This was in Atlanta. It would be BMF over there in the section. It'd be Young Jeezy in the middle of all the BMF guys. I would walk in the club. I'll be with my friends, and then I'll walk over there, and next thing they know, Young Jeezy would hand me the Mary J. And the people be looking at me like, what? I take the Mary J, hit it. We hitting it, pass it back to Jeezy, BMF. We all kicking it. My friends looking at me like, how do you know these people? Because I'm the type to never say nothing about it until like you just might be around and then you'll see me like talking to somebody like 50 or somebody and you'd be like, how do you know him? So I know BMF and I know the story like all the way. I know the insides of the magazine that they worked with. You know, they had connections to Don Diva, and they also had connections to another, was it Juice magazine? Some type of other magazine. But I know the BMF story like I was there. I was there. I was in Atlanta. I was living in Atlanta at that time. So I could co-sign what you saying, Michelle. I literally was there. Jeezy was my boy. Yeah, Lauren, it was crazy. Hey, Lauren, my friends didn't know I knew anybody at this time. They didn't know I knew all these people. So it was the funniest thing. So imagine you walk in the club. Now this is when Young Jeezy was Young Jeezy. This was when he was the biggest artist at the time. So imagine how my friends were acting when we walked in the spot and I'm walking over towards them. They don't know what I'm doing. And Jeezy just in the middle of all these people just say, hey, Flo. And I'm like, what's up? And then he passed me. Hey, I hit that Mary J like it was like a vacuum cleaner. I'm like, man, Jeezy just gave me this. It was funny, but I remain calm and cool because I don't ever let nobody see me sweat. But my friends, they were going crazy when we they said, Jeezy, I know you know Jeezy. Like, man, I've been knowing Jeezy for about a year now. And so it was funny though. I'll never forget that night in the club. It was in Atlanta. It was in a club called, I think it was Visions. I think it was a club called Visions. It was either Visions. I think it was Visions. But yeah, I'll never forget that. That was the funniest thing. Yeah, it was like a vacuum. I had never hit no Mary J like that in my life. I had to hit it. I'm like, man, this some Jeezy, Mary J. I gotta hit the heck out of this. But yeah, so the BMF, they wanted to get out of it. Big Meech just kept going. They could have been stopped. BMF could have been stopped and got into something else. But Big Meech wanted to keep rolling. And then when one person, I remember the day, the first person who got pulled over, when all this BMF stuff was about to hit the fan, I remember the day that the first person got pulled over by the cops, because that person, like somebody I was with in Atlanta, kind of knew everybody. And so I would get all the information from them. And so when the first person got pulled over, this is before that BMF caught their case and everything, that person had all kind of stuff in the tire and this and that. Like, they found the whole play. They found the drugs in the tires. They found all the hidden compartments. And that person, I don't know who that person was. I don't know their name. But that was the person, when they got pulled over, while they were delivering some bad business, if you know what I mean. They got pulled over, and then they started singing. And next thing we know, the whole case came. So like I said, I was literally, I could have been, matter of fact, I need to hit up, if 50 Cent do another season of BMF, I need to hit him up and let him know I need to be in a couple scenes, because I was there. I was running around with BMF, watching them do all kind of wild stuff. And the two main guys who used to always look out for me from BMF that I used to be in Atlanta with, both of them end up getting like crazy time. I ain't gonna say who their name is because I don't want to put their business out there, but they famous BMF members, and I think one of them got 25 years or something for some like armed robbery or something. I don't know what it was. And then the other one didn't get as much time, and he might be out. He might be out by now, but I know he had got time. But before all the stuff hit the fan, man, BMF was the cool group of guys. Like, yeah, they was getting money, and yeah, they was a little wild in a way, but they actually really was a bunch of cool guys that looked out for each other and looked out for other people. They didn't start nothing with nobody. Like I said, they always showed me love. That's another reason why I knew I was destined to do something like what I'm doing now, because even the most ruthless people always showed me so much love. Matter of fact, I got a funny BMF story for you before we get out of here, y'all. Let check this out. This is crazy. This is around the same time. We were at this club. I think we was at a club called 112 in Atlanta. This is when me and Floyd Mayweather and the whole team had went to Atlanta. We was promoting my music and all of that. This is when I was rapping, Flo. I was rapping my ass off. So we had an after party. My father is on stage with me and all the BMF people, and it was some other crews, but it was the stage was packed, and it was me and my dad, and then it was like BMF all over here. And so some guy got out of line, some guy that had nothing to do with nobody. He wasn't with nobody. He just came up there talking mess. He was right next to my dad. He wasn't talking mess to us, but he had got into it with somebody. Man, BMF stomped him out right 2 inches away from my dad. Like my dad is right, I'm right here, my dad right here, and then BMF is like right here, stomping this dude out. After they got done stomping the dude out, do you know what they did? They respectfully came over to my dad and told my dad they apologized for having to stomp that young man out, but they explained to my dad that he got out of hand. And then they walked away. And my dad was like, cool. But me and my dad was looking at each other like, wow, that was the most respectful stump out we ever seen. True story. I never forget that to this day. First of all, I never seen. It was crazy that my dad was even he was with me though, because I was doing my artist thing. So he was just really watching my back and just being a parent. But when they was stomping him out, me and my dad looking, my dad right here, we like, oh shoot. And then when they got up, they came over to my dad, was like, hey, my bad. We apologize, OG. But you know, he was just getting out of line. We had to handle that. And my dad was like, and then they walked away. I said, wow, BMF just apologized to my dad after stomping somebody out. So that's a crazy BMF story. That's crazy. Like Nadrima said, I've always got business handled when I advocated for people. Closed mouth don't get results. You giving peace and closure to many. I love Shan, Prophet, and Foolish. Yep, that was the crew. Me, Shan, Prophet, and Foolish. But yeah, like I said, Nadrima tell you, it wasn't like I just was screaming. When I had a cause, we got results. And every now and then, like the Rasheem Carter case, I wasn't able to get a result for. I mean, I brought awareness to it, but we still haven't been able to bring nobody to justice on whoever unalived that man. But so many cases that I got results for, because that's what I do it for. Like, I don't do it to just come on here and talk about what's going on. That's what a reporter for. I'm not a reporter. I like to get results when I bring something to y'all. So when I bring it, I'm trying to make something happen. And I'm glad Nadrima brought that up. And it's funny how when people, you never know that people peep what you really doing, because that do mean a lot to me. Like, I don't want to get on here and just talking about what happened to this person, what happened to this person, what happened to this person. Then the next day I'm talking about other stuff. Like, I follow stories because I try to get results from whatever story I'm covering. So thanks for saying that, Nadrima, because that is real. I definitely have got a lot of results, and it's crazy. The couple stories that I didn't get results from bother me the most, like Rasheem Carter. And it's a couple other cases that I wasn't able to get results from, besides bringing awareness to it. But there's so many more cases that I did get results from that I'm appreciative of. So when we attack something on this platform, we trying to make something happen. We ain't just attacking it just to be talking. That's my message. You know, like Diddy. I ain't covering Diddy, Mohawk Diddy, and I ain't doing that just for people to laugh. I'm doing it, and I've been bringing awareness to it before everybody was talking about it, because I know personally that Diddy is foul and has done people foul. I know personally. I'm not doing this because I'm what somebody else saying. I know. And people that I'm cool with, he destroyed their life. So I'm definitely going to do my part to make sure that he held accountable. So I don't do it for just entertainment purposes only. I also do it for educational purposes. That's why I say that in my message. Thanks, Amy. Amy make me feel good. Say I still gave him a voice, even though I didn't get the results that I wanted. But exactly. Exactly, right. And that's the whole point, y'all. And I'm glad Amy brought that up before I get out of here. That's the whole point. Like I said, I always know, like, when stories are going on, let's say you at home or whatever, like, you know, you don't have the platform I have, right? But I always know, even with me, when I didn't have a big platform, you know, certain things you just want to be able to speak, and you want everybody to hear it somehow. And so that's why I share my platform with my listeners the way I do, because I understand that. So I want my listeners and my supporters to be able to speak out loud about stuff through my platform. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That is my whole goal for everything I'm doing. So y'all, it's Friday. I'm about to get the hell out of here. I'm gonna get ready for lunch. Please like the live. I'm about to order me some good food, and I'm gonna talk about what I ordered from that Dreamer. As always, I appreciate y'all. We here every Monday through Friday, 7:30. The lunch crew. The breakfast crew. The lunch crew is at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all the time. And also look out for our show, Breakfast at Dinner. Coming soon. Much love to all y'all. Let's get the we out. There we go. Let's get the I'm out and we out in the chat before we get out of here. Like the live. And after this live post, please come back to this post and leave some comments in the comment section. It helps push our videos out. I love y'all. And Breakfast Crew, I'm out.